Hello, friends. Welcome to Echoes Vlog number 7. It's been a while since I did one of these because in recent months, we've been using AI-generated videos and images to go along with scripts that we write. And those are pretty cool and they seem to be working really well. So we're going to keep doing that. But I just wanted to switch it up this week and talk directly to you. And of course, as you know, human trafficking is something that is very important to me. So I want to keep that theme this week. My teammates and I learned a lot about it in the course of doing prostitution enforcement with the major crimes task force that we were assigned to. It didn't take us long to figure out that some of the people that we encountered in those stings were there through the force, fraud, or coercion of someone else. And that goes to the definition of human trafficking, which I want you to know and understand and be aware of. And that is, human trafficking is a commercial sex act done through the force, fraud, or because of the force, fraud, or coercion of someone else. And a commercial sex act is any sex act that's done in exchange for something of value. Could be money, obviously. Could be drugs. Could be guns. Could be services or rent or groceries. Could be anything. That's how prevalent it is. And force, fraud, and coercion are examples of them are, force is when a person is doing prostitution under the threat of violence, right? Pretty simple, straightforward. Fraud is very common. People are tricked by a trafficker into thinking that it's not that bad or that they're going to get rich and they're going to make a lot of money. They don't tell them up front that the trafficker is going to take most or all of it. Coercion, a good example of that is someone who is either a drug addict when a trafficker encounters them or someone who becomes a drug addict because of the trafficker. And they can be coerced through the withholding of the drugs that they are now addicted to. So that's a good example and a very common example of coercion. And you can learn more about human trafficking by reading my book. It's called Echoes in Eternity, Street Cop Stories. It's published by Gatekeeper Press and it's available on Amazon and at echoesbook.com. And I hope that if this is something that interests you, you'll consider reading it. It's there's lots of examples of other cases in there that we worked from, murder to robbery to narcotics. There's some examples from early in my career of stories that are sometimes funny, sometimes sad, sometimes scary. But there's a good mix of things in there. And along the way, you can pick up some knowledge and some awareness of human trafficking, which, as I stated, is something that is just very important to me. It's so prevalent. It's exponentially worse than it has ever been before. And I started in the early 1990s. And the scariest part is that it's oftentimes hidden from the general public because they don't see prostitutes on the corner anymore. It's all online. So if you're not looking for it, you can miss it. But it's out there. It's something that we all need to combat together. Okay, so if that's something that interests you, I hope that you'll check it out. Echoes in Eternity, Street Cop Stories, currently available on Amazon and at echoesbook.com. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.